With winter coming in quick and car boots being called off for rain and snow more and more often, I've got to start looking for stock in other places. In this video, we're going to be trying to buy items off Facebook Marketplace and flip them for a profit on eBay. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joe from Joe's Collector's Corner. Welcome back to another video. Like I said, car boots are hit and miss now. You never know if I'm going to be able to make it on a Sunday, and as a part-time reseller with a full-time job, it's pretty much the only time I've got to go to a car boot. I can't make it to midweek, and by the time I finish work, all of the charity shops are closed. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to use Facebook Marketplace to be able to pick up some items to sell for profit over the winter, and aim to be able to pick them up on the way home from work so it doesn't kind of impede in my night, take up all the evening kind of thing. Within an hour from work to home, I think that works for me. You've got to think about the cost of the item, fuel, and then obviously eBay fees as usual. With Facebook, I've found that you're not always going to make as much profit as the car boot, but sometimes you can drop on and do really well. In the past, I've sold a few items that I've sourced from Facebook Marketplace, not many. Some notable ones were a huge collection of Harry Potter Eagle Moss figures. We bought about 25 to 30, paid about £90 for them all, and that probably returned about £200 to £300. And then another one would be a pickup of a Guitar Hero Live set with the PlayStation 4 adapter, paid £5, and that returned about £45 to £50. Over the next, week or month, however long it takes, we're going to see if we can pick up a few things and make some profit. We've just got our first pickup now. It's going to be dark in most of these videos. At the end of the video, I'll show you everything that we've bought at home and hopefully the total amount we spent and how much profit we're going to make. First things first, we spent £10 on this. We've bought a bundle of 3 Pokemon Build-A-Bears. Unfortunately, it's not the Snorlax. I know the Master of Peace has dropped on massive with that, amazing. And they've got no clothes either, no accessories. But for a tenner, that's what, £3.50 a bear? I wasn't going to say no. So we've got Pikachu with the tags and the Build-A-Bear thing. They all just need a wash. There's no holes in them. They're in overall good condition, just some muck. We've got a Squirtle and we've got a Charmander. So all the best ones. Shame we didn't get a Bulbasaur or a Snorlax, but it is what it is. We'll find out how much they are on eBay. I'll throw up some screenshots and yeah, hopefully we can find another pickup soon. So it's a couple of days later and we found our second Facebook pickup. We've just been to grab it. It cost £5 and I didn't realise just how much stuff there was. A lot of people might discourage it, but we've actually bought some Skylanders. The only reason I bought these is because I've recently picked up some Imaginators and Supercharger bundles and they sold really well and pretty quick. And with Christmas coming up, I think toys and video games are going to fly out. The only reason I got these are because they cost me £5. I think they had it up for a tenner and then they'd reduced it to £5. And it was within 30 minutes of my house. I just couldn't say no. I've got the bag now and there's way more stuff in here than I realised. It's all Skylanders Superchargers, including a portal, games, characters, the vehicles. Amazing. So we've got the racing game, pretty cool. Might even have Bowser in here as well, which is the first time I've had that. We have got a ton of vehicles, a lot of them different to the ones I had before. The condition is immaculate. We've got the portal and we have got Bowser in amazing condition, really good. There's also some trophies in here, which obviously, because it's a racing game, they must be the kind of accessories that you get with them. I've never had them before. I don't know if they're, you can price them individually or if they're great for bundling, but we're going to split this up into multiple bundles and just try and maximize our profit. I know that for a collection of vehicles, we can at least get 20 quid because I've done that before. For £5, I just couldn't say no. Out of the 5 offers I've made on items on Facebook Marketplace, these 2 are the only ones where I've got a response. So I'm going to look for some more and hopefully we can get another pickup soon. While I'm out on that Facebook Marketplace pickup, I figured I may as well drop some parcels off at my local village, and there's a couple of charity shops, so we'll pop in them too. So we're back at home. You can see the Skylanders behind me. Let's flip the camera around and we'll go through everything that we got for £5. Here we go. It is actually way more than I thought there was in the listing. So we've got the game with manual and disc, the Nintendo Wii Portal. There's actually 14 different vehicles here. There's 2 cups, trophies, which I've never seen before. And then I think there's 7 or 8 figures. My idea is to split this up into different bundles to maximise profits. I think the first thing I'll do, which I normally do with any Skylanders I pick up, is individually check them all with the Google Lens app to see if there's any significant value in just an individual figure. Sometimes you can drop on and they can they can be anywhere between £10 and £40 a figure. Tons of vehicles here and a lot that I've never seen before, so I will be checking them individually. I sold a bundle of 8 vehicles for maybe 20 to 25 quid not too long ago. So I think my idea is, if there's anything with significant value, split that up, sell a bundle of vehicles to aim to get £20 to £25 on that, and then bundle a couple of figures. Maybe if there's any lower value figures there and lower value vehicles, I'll bundle them in with a portal and a game and see what we can get for that. And then I'll list the figures individually if they've got any significant value. If they're over a tenner, I normally try and sell them separately. As you probably saw on the way home, the highlight of actually picking up these pickups on a weekend is that, I can pop to a charity shop on the way home without deviating, so it's not affecting, adding more miles onto the journey. It's not costing me any more money. That's what I did. I popped into town, I had some parcels to deliver. I actually picked up 5 or 6 items which are actually going to be worth reselling. I think selling the Levi's alone will pretty much pay for everything I bought, and then it's just added profit. If you're picking up things on Facebook, if you're going to pick up things on Facebook on a weekend, it's worth thinking about planning this and adding this to your journey, because it's just going to maximise profits if you're not going to a boot sale that weekend. So it's a couple of days after the second Facebook pickup and I actually managed to find a third. Now the downside to these Facebook Marketplace pickups is that it is totally random as to whether you actually find one. I was scrolling for a good couple of hours really to find 2. So luckily I've got 1 today, and then we've got a final one tomorrow, and then I think we'll wrap up the video. But I've actually managed to pick up about 4 different items over the span of about a week, maybe 5 days, so it's actually been really successful. So I definitely think using Facebook is a good addition to charity shops and car boot sales, especially in the winter. At this time right now, people are going to run clearing out their old toys, their old games, to make some money for Christmas, to buy some new stuff. So it's perfect for resellers. The upside to this Facebook Marketplace pickup is that there was a charity shop on the way. So I popped in and I actually bought a couple of things. We'll go through them first. The first time I've had these, we bought a pair of Chatham deck shoes. Really, really nice condition. I know, summer's over, but I couldn't leave these for 4 quid. Super nice, blue leather, really, really good condition. And then I paid up for this. I paid £8, but again, I didn't want to leave it behind. It is a vintage Rohan walking quarter zip kind of pullover. Really cool. Didn't want to leave it behind. Nice blue and cream. It's got the front pocket. It was 8 quid, but it's vintage, and I sold a Rohan utility vest and I got like 30 odd quid on Vinted for that. So Rohan stuff, you've got to be looking for it. The trousers sell like hotcakes. I've just not managed to find any yet, but I wasn't going to leave that behind. So we spent 12 quid there on the way, and that's extra profit. Let's get into this Facebook Marketplace pickup. It is pretty good. I've paid up for it. I paid £35, but it was one of them ones that I didn't want anybody else to get it. It's the first time getting this stuff and I couldn't leave it behind. If this is not a George Ross pickup, I don't know what is. I'm going to show him on Instagram and see how excited he gets. We'll go through the cheap one first, but this basically pays for the whole bundle. So we bought a couple of dinosaur toys. First things first, we bought a Chad Valley Dino Land walking dinosaur. This looks to be about 20 quid plus postage. It is brand new and sealed, never been opened, really nice. So that's a big chunk of what we've paid back. Now this is the main thing. I don't even know if we're going to get this on camera. This is a brand new and sealed, never open Jurassic World. I'm here. Indominus Rex, the massive one. It is brand spanking new, amazing condition. It's clearly been a display piece or just up in a loft and never touched. This thing on eBay is kind of all over the place, but there are a couple of recent sold listings for triple figures, so I think that's what we're going to be aiming for, especially now I've seen how good the box is. Like I said, I've got one more pickup tomorrow. I'll catch you all when we've got the items back in the car. So the fourth pickup is done. I'm in a village in the middle of nowhere. It's one road, there's no house numbers, and every single building is a mansion. This is unbelievable. It's 10 minutes away from work in the middle of nowhere. Never heard of it before, but yeah, it is a crazy place. We've got our fourth pickup. We paid £20 for this, which is probably paying up a bit, but I saw a rummage around video where Kieran picked up a ton of these farm animals in a huge box from a charity shop, and I bought a box full. Unfortunately, they don't have the books with them. They are by a brand, I think it's called Diagostini or something similar, and they're basically cool little dudes with giant eyes, and they're worth a load of money. If you have the original books and the playset and the mat and it's complete, you're looking at about 150 quid. We paid 20 here, and I at least think we're going to be able to triple that. We might even be able to get a bit more. There's a couple of buildings and an absolute ton of characters. I'll set it all up at home and we'll take a look at what we've got. So we're set up back at home now, and I can't quite believe just how much stuff there is here. The box that it came in wasn't that big, and now I've got it all out on the table. It is taking up my entire photo area, so I'm not even sure how we'll get the photos. But yeah, I mean, it's not in the best condition, and there's a few broken bits, like that door's come off and bits and bobs like that, but this is an absolutely massive bundle. It's a shame she didn't have the books, but you know, this could be a super old set. But yeah, it's Diagostini. I think I had the name wrong earlier, but yeah, really cool. Paid 20 quid. I've not actually looked up the solds yet, but I think with a bundle like this, with this kind of listing photo, we're definitely going to be able to get over £50. I'd call that a successful Facebook pickup. I'll swap to the normal camera and we'll go through everything we bought this week. We're finally back at home. It's been about 5 days since I first started looking to buy items on Facebook to sell for profit on eBay. We've had 4 pickups, one last week, one over the weekend, and then 2 in the past couple of days. In total, we've spent £70 over those 4 pickups. Let's run through each one and likely what we're going to get for them, and then we'll get a grand total of what we're hopefully going to get as a return. So the first pickup was those 3 Build-A-Bear plush Pokemon. I spent £10 on those. That's looking at about a £50 return plus postage, maybe a little bit more. All in all, I'd say that's a pretty good start, and it was literally next to my house, so it took no time to get there and like 0.5 extra miles on my way home from work. On the weekend, we then picked up a really nice Skylanders Superchargers bundle. That's been split out and it's looking to return just over about £75. We paid £5 for that. We've got the Nintendo Wii game, the Portal, the original figures with that, and then tons of extra. I checked every vehicle. Some of the characters went with a vehicle and they're worth a bit of extra money, so some are split up, and then I've got a couple of bundles and another vehicle bundle because I know they sell. We shifted one, you know, a month ago, so really happy with that. For £5, I'm not going to find that at the boot sale, so I was really happy with that. By far, my favourite pickup is just over here, and we're going to get it now. Really channeled my inner George Ross with this. We got this super nice Jurassic World Indominus Rex, massive, brand new in box, really good condition overall. The corners are pretty good. Yeah, we're looking at like £80 to £100 on this. It seems to retail in Argos at the minute for 80. I don't know if it's on sale, but there's some eBay sales, recent sales, up to £129, so it's kind of everywhere, all over the place. So yeah, we paid £35 for this Indominus Rex and this Chad Valley dinosaur. This is worth about 20. That's around 80 to 100. I'm going to aim a little bit higher because Christmas is coming up, and you know, if it runs out of stock, people might pay a bit of a premium, but I'll happily take offers on that. So yeah, £35 into potentially like 120, maybe a little bit more, who knows? Amazing. After an hour or so of scrolling, we finally got a 4th pickup. It is set up over there. I've just showed you all what it is. It's the Diagostini, I think it's Diagostini, I think that's how you pronounce it, Farmyard Animals. It was like an old set that came with books. You used to buy the volumes and you get a couple of figures with them. Unfortunately, there's no books here People are selling the sets of books with the character for £10 plus postage each, or just all the books for about 80. This is massive. It's bigger than the bundles I've seen on eBay apart from the complete set. So I'm easily going to be aiming for about $79.99 plus postage on that. I've seen a couple sell for 60 to 70 and there was far less buildings and characters with it. So really, really happy with that. Paid £20 on that, which is paying up a bit. You know, I had to drive, 10 minutes away from work and then back home, to post some items on the way as well. So it wasn't a wasted journey. It wasn't too far. And for £20, if we can turn it into 80, that'd be great. And just in time for Christmas, this is an amazing present for a young kid. I mean, the sheer amount of stuff that's there, it'll just blow the mind. All in all, I'd say this week, sourcing on Facebook has been a success. It's not all going to be like this and everyone's experience is going to be different. I've not bought anything off Facebook for, 6 months before now. You can spend 5 hours on a night scrolling through and find nothing. You can run into scammers. I think I nearly did a couple of times, but I was very, wary and just, left it, stopped messaging them. If I thought it was a bit suspicious, I just wouldn't bother. But if you drop on or you know what you want to look for and you know items that you can flip on eBay well, I know a couple now from this challenge basically, it is probably worth just checking every now and again. If your car boots are being called off or if there isn't one around you anymore until the spring, and you don't have many charity shops or you've just not got time to go to them, check Facebook. If you can go on the way home from work like I've been doing, it adds an extra 30 minutes onto your journey and you're still making good profit. We're looking at about £70 into 320, 340, somewhere around that number. So, as an extra thing to me picking up some charity shop stuff, which, I've done in this video as well, whilst doing this challenge, there was a couple of charity shops on the way. So I went there and we've made even more profit. So all in all, I'd say this has been a fantastic week. I've proved it works. You've just got to be lucky and know what you're looking for. I still don't. I dropped on, but you never know. I'm going to take all this in. I'm not going to forget that these things are worth money and I'm always going to be looking for them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit different. Hopefully it's not been too boring. I'll see you in the next one.